Hello, everyone. It's Kelly here with RosieScrapper.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I thought I was going live here at 5 when I went live on Facebook, and apparently I was not. I don't know what the problem was, but I did want to hop on here and show you some things that I did on Facebook already, and then I'll show you the gorgeous rustic Christmas card that I made with scraps of paper. I had a card class yesterday and we used a lot of strips of this paper, which is called Tidings and Trimmings. And so I had a bunch of strips that I just cut them up, and then I made this really cool embellishment made out of die cuts and adhesive sheets. So I'm going to share that with you. Alrighty. I need some red. Definitely need some red. So we'll go with that piece. And how many of you out there are working on your Christmas cards already? And by the way, I'd love for you to say hello to me if you're joining me live. Again, I know that you probably saw the earlier video that said I was going to be on at 5, and I was on at 5. I just really apologize for not knowing what was going on with YouTube at the time. I'll be a little more careful next time. Okay, so let's see. My adhesive sheets. See, I've already done this card once, so I'm a little discombobulated because when I am crafting on a live, I make a huge mess around me. Now I'm trying to be functional with a huge mess around me. Anybody know what that's like? All right, so this is a piece of our adhesive sheets. I've had this a long time, so it still says Sizzix on it, and when you purchase this from us, it will not say Sizzix any longer. So, here, let me show you the card that we're going to make. So here's the card. What do you think? Not pretty? So fun. And then this is the embellishment that I'm going to show you how to make with the adhesive sheets. And then wishing you a joyful Christmas is the inside. So I'll show you how I did that stamping with the Tidings and Trimmings Christmas stamp. All right, so I did this kind of the wrong way earlier, so I need to think for just a moment. So I put the strips on here, straight on the adhesive, but then when I pulled up the backing, they kind of came apart, so I want to avoid that this time. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to have to put them on the star. So I'm just going to lay my basic white star on here, and then I'll just be trimming it, okay? All right, so close that up. And then what's going to happen is it's going to turn the back of this star into a sticker. And that is what I'm going to put my strips on. Like that. Let me go ahead and use this. Alrighty. Now you could just do a piece of paper and then die cut it, which is probably what I should have done. As a matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to save this for later. So if you see the other video, see, I really should just figure out all this stuff out before I go live, but you know, I don't. I just go live and then I figure it out as I go, and I apologize, but that's me. All right. I'm going to put a piece of, oh, it's this way. No, it's this way. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So I just need like a 3x3 piece of paper. Now this isn't the right size, but it doesn't matter. I'll show you why in a sec. There we go. So now I'm just going to trim that off right here. And then I'll cut it off right here. And that will still be big enough to cut one of my stars. Yeah, that'll be plenty big enough. And then I'll save that star, which I could use for something else. Has the adhesive backing on it. I'll get rid of some of this mess. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with this piece of paper that now has sticky on one side. And you don't have to use adhesive sheets for this. It does make it really convenient. You could just glue these pieces on. Okay. So I'm just going to lay down my strips. Now, in one of my examples, I tore some of the strips, which is a cool effect. See which one you guys like better. And if you are joining me live, I'd love for you to say hello. Let me know you're there. It's more fun to craft with other people, right? So I want a green one now. There we go. My desk is covered with these strips. And then I think another red. A thicker red. Let's use that. There we go. So that was easy, huh? So let's cut that star. So we'll save those pieces for something else. I'm going to set this right over here. Okay, so for my background, actually, no, I want to cut that first. So my background is from In Good Taste. So I'm going to cut this star out. And this is from the Christmas Tidings. And this is going to fit in my Christmas Tidings dies. I have almost all of the supplies listed in the description of the video now. If you're looking for any of these supplies, the one thing I know for sure that I forgot to list is the this designer series paper. And by the way, the designer series papers that I'm using tonight are both on sale for the month of July until August 2nd. So make sure that if you need to replenish or if you want to get this really beautiful Christmas paper, that you do that in July. Okay. So this is going to go on here. And then I have a strip. I think this is 1 inch. It looks a little wider. So I'm going to cut that down to 1 inch. If I can find what I did with my trimmer. Didn't I just have my trimmer? I did just have my trimmer. It is under here. There we go. So this one is going to be a little bit simpler than the card that I did earlier on Facebook. Like that. I wonder if I should use that also. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm thinking an additional strip might be cool down there. But maybe red. What do you guys think? An additional strip on my greeting. I like it. I think I'll use that. All right. So I'm going to stamp directly on my DSP for my greeting as well. I'm going to cut this to exactly 3/4 because I'm going to be using the Pick-a-Punch Builder Punch that has 3 different sizes on both sides. So it has these really cool slots for the 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch. And on the 2 different punches, can you see that? It's kind of hard to see with the glare on the light, sorry. So I like to go ahead and put it in the slot, but then I like to take a look at it back here and make sure that I have it fairly well lined up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. So I want this at about 3 inches, which I should have trimmed first. I apologize. I'm just going to trim that off and stick the other end in here. I usually do flags, and I thought this diamondy kind of end might look really cool. Okay, because I'm stamping on photopolymer, I'm going to grab my foam and look for my Noel. And then I'm going to stamp this in Evergreen, Evening Evergreen, one of our end colors. And thank you for giving me a like on the video. I appreciate that. That means so much to me. It also helps you find me later because you can go find the videos that you've liked. You can find the things that you want to review and maybe try out yourself. By the way, if you do try this technique out yourself, I would love for you to share your creation at Rosie Scrapper Stampers. It's my Facebook group. So the other people that follow me and come to my classes can see what you've done. That would be very generous of you to do. Okay. I'm liking it. Doesn't that star look cool? All right, so at this point, I think I'm ready to put this down on, maybe I want to go like this. That, like that. Now, the reason why I did that is because I want to add a little bit of the twine, baker's twine. So I'm going to use the crumb cake color out of there. It comes with 5 different neutral colors, so it's a really fun pack to have. And I think I forgot to list that item as well. So I will update my list of supplies probably tomorrow. It's starting to get late. There, and I kind of liked that crumb cake on that Sahara sand strip. What do you think? I like it. And there we go. All right, blue dot. I like it. All right, I'm gonna grab a card base. This is probably Whisper White Thick because I think that's what I had over there. So that's gonna go in there. And get that glued down with some liquid adhesive. So is anybody out there working on Christmas cards yet? If you're watching this on the replay and you leave a comment or have a question about anything, please let me know because I will respond to you quickly. And I love to know what you think of my projects. But definitely, if you have any questions, that is what I am here for. I'm here for you. Don't you think this paper, this Tidings of Christmas paper, did I say that right? I'm going to double check that. Looks so good with that wood background from In Good Taste. I love it. Okay, so let's trim these ends off here. That would have been easier with my snips. Okay, let's grab some. This is going together pretty fast. So you could, this would be an easy one, I think, to mass produce, because you could do like a whole sheet of, you know, like a 6x6 sheet of your strips, and then get like probably 4 or 5 cards out of it, stars out of it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would be so honored if you would. And give me a thumbs up. Hit notifications so that you know when I go live. It's always lovely to have people with me. Okay, so I have a bunch of die cuts left over from when I did my crazy full of die cuts card, which I will show you again. I don't think I like that. But I did have all of these little guys over here that I thought might be fun to put around the star like this. And I'll let you give me feedback. Do you think the holly leaves should be there or not be there? I need one more. I know I had enough earlier. So if I do a quick little search, I might find one, but then again, I might just have to make another one. Oh, all right. I think I'll let you tell me if you like that, and I'm going to cut another few of these holly leaves. This is in the set. You get these 2 dies, so you can cut 4 holly leaves all at once, which is super cool. I love when Stampin' Up! Does that for me. So it's less die cutting. I've said this before, but I'm kind of a lazy stamper. So if it takes a lot of work, I'm kind of unlikely to do it. More than once, that is. I might do it once or twice, but more than once, not so much. I guess I need to cut a strip of that. Oh no, I have a bigger one here. Never mind. You guys who are watching are not going to comment on the leaves. Okay, it kind of hurt my feelings, but all right. That's all right. I know that sometimes you're not in the situation to actually listen, more watch, and also some devices are difficult to join the chat on. So I won't have my feelings hurt. But you can always comment later when I'm not on live. But I think that I like it. Maybe the berries could go on the star. That's a possibility. So let's do I want one more of these? No, I don't. I think let's do this one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use my take your pick tool to help me out here with putting those around there. This is so much more symmetrical than this other one. I'll bring it in so you can see it and compare. I'm going to use these red rhinestones in here. And also a difference on the star is that I tore some of the strips before laying them down, so that the torn edges, and then I tore this edge as well. So which one are you more inclined to do or like or prefer? This like one with all of the stuff, or this more symmetrical, streamlined one? Maybe glue here would be better. Ah. So I don't know why I just thought of this, but I was thinking of, but I guess because my foot hurts a little bit. So I wore a pair of shoes today that my kind of hurt my feet, which is really sad because they're super cute tennis shoes and they're like blingy. And my husband got them for me for Christmas, but they hurt my right foot kind of bad. And it reminded me, so I was thinking about my sore foot, um, that when I was a kid, I have wide feet and always have. And there was a shoe shop in the town I grew up in. And this is the kind of shoe shop, this really shows my age, but it's a shoe shop where the salesman is probably the owner of the store, and you bought really good shoes and the leather shoes. So you could use, oh, look, there's some. I didn't have to cut those. I had them. But they could stretch your shoes for you. So if I had trouble with a pair of shoes fitting, then he would put them on the stretcher. Has anybody ever experienced that? I need to find my red rhinestones. Oh, you know what? They're probably here on my desk because I used them earlier. They are. Yep. Now, I might come back and do more of these, but for now, I'm going to go with just one on each. But I'm thinking maybe a little trio of berries might look really good. And then how about one right here, one right here. And I still have an odd number. Okay, let's see what a trio of berries looks like. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. I think it's a yes. I think I have to do it. There. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I like it. Now I don't know which one I like better. I would love to know which one you guys like better, this one or this one. This more symmetrical one and this other. All the die cuts. Let's use all the die cuts. By the way, I did use die cuts from both the Tidings. Let me grab them. Oops, these are not them. Oh, you cannot believe what a mess I have going here. Well, you know what? It's in the description, but I think it's Tidings something. Tidings and Trimmings is the stamp set. All right, you guys. They're very similar. The stars were done in the same way, but this one had the little torn edges. I really love all the red berries on that one. And then on the inside, what I did, this is a two-step stamp, and I used Evening Evergreen and Mint Macaron to do that. But what I had masked off down here to do those leaves, and then just that one twig of berries. And then I colored in with blends. I used light cherry cobbler and light real red, and then cut out the bow, which I think looks so sweet. But I did that because I liked this so much down here. I put my Post-it note up there and then stamped on the corner of my greeting. Of course, I stamped my greeting first, and then I put this on that corner and did another couple of the stamps. And I love the way that turned out, and I hope you give it a try. And if you do, and would be willing to share over on Rosie Scrapper Stampers and let everybody see your works, that would be so greatly appreciated. Give me a thumbs up if you've liked the video and want to find it again, and hit subscribe and notifications so that you know when I go live and you can join me and we can craft together. All right. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And on the replay, until later, happy stamping.